Hello everyone. We are going to take the 16 personalities. Personalities? Why did I say it like that? Personalities quiz, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with if you guys like taking stuff like this. It's hit or miss with some people. Some people are just like, whatever, like, it doesn't know shit, like, you know, it's just a generic thing. It's not gonna like tell you anything specific. And I fully know that, but I just find these fun. I think they're fun to take. I have taken this 3 to 4 times throughout the years just to see if it's given me any different results, you know, just from me growing up. And there was only one time where I got something different. All the 3 other times have been the same, so I'm gonna take it today and see if maybe it gives me a different answer just depending on, or different result just depending on the answers I give. And if you want to take the same test, it's just www.16personalities.com. Simple enough. And it's the first link that comes up. So can you guess what mine is before I take the quiz? I highly doubt you do because you don't know very much about me. Let's go. Okay, so it says complete the test, view detailed results, unlock your potential, and optional premium profile. I'm not interested in paying, so we're just gonna get the results. You regularly make new friends. I don't regularly. No. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. I would say so, yeah. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Yes. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. No, I don't. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure. I'd say no. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Absolutely. I cannot go up to a stranger and just start a conversation. That's not me. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. Yes. You are very sentimental. Not really. I mean, there are some things that I hold dear to me, but I don't like hold on to things forever. I know some people do, but I just don't. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. Yes. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. I'm neutral on that. Just depends on what it is. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find? Absolutely not. Nope. You are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analyses of creative works. That's not true. I like discussing it. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. Usually. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. Yeah, sort of. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Yes, I really don't care. You enjoy participating in group activities. It just depends. Usually not, but it just depends. You like books and movies that can make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. No, I like having the ending. I don't like the interpretation. I don't like the unknown. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Absolutely, yes. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. You ever read something and you just don't take it in at all? Like you just read words and you're just like, okay, let me read that back to actually understand what the meaning of that sentence was. That was me just now. No, I don't think so. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worse. A little bit. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Yeah, I don't like being a leader. Not really. You're definitely not an artistic... I am definitely artistic. Why do you think I'm here? You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? Yeah, I think so. Even though I think feelings are important, rationality is definitely something that should be taken into account more so. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. I'm sort of in between, but yeah, mostly. You enjoy watching people argue. No. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. Yes. Your mood can change very quickly. No. You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you. No. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Kinda. Yeah. I'm a procrastinator. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death. Fascinated, kind of scared. I'm gonna put neutral. Because I'm fascinated, but it is kind of scary also. So I try not to think about it too much. You usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. I'm neutral on that because I like both. I like having my time alone, but also if I have too much time alone, I get in a funk. So I need to be around others also. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical. I disagree. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. I don't find it easy, but I try. So I'm going to say I disagree. You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible. It depends. It depends on what it is. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. Yeah, I do. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Not really, no. You enjoy going to art museums. Yes. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. No. You like to have a to-do list for each day. I mean, if I have stuff that I have to do, yes. But a lot of the time, I really don't make them, so I'm gonna say neutral. You rarely feel insecure. Yeah. You avoid making phone calls. Yes. Those two back to back. You rarely feel insecure. Yeah, I do. You avoid making phone calls. Yeah, I do. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I don't spend a lot of time, but it's interesting to see other people's perspectives. I'll say neutral. In your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Yes. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. No. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. No. You rarely contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Yeah, I mean, I really do because it scares me. I can freak myself out with it, so I choose not to. Your emotions control you more than you control them. False. You take great care not to make people look bad even when it is completely their fault. It depends. I mean, that's hard to say specifically. I mean, disagree, I guess. I would want to make it known to them, like, what they did, but I think it's bad to, like, try to blame everything on one person. Like, you gotta look at the whole thing and take your time to, like, examine both sides. I don't know, that one's hard, so, but if someone is in the wrong for something, I would want to tell them that, you know, I don't want to, like, brush past that, but it just depends on what it is. So, your personal work style, oh, hello. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent efforts. I think before I would have said spontaneous bursts of energy, but with YouTube, I've sort of been having an organized, like, little schedule or whatever, but I like to just be fluid with it, so I would say neutral on that one. When someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take them to feel disappointed in you. No. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. Yeah. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I don't think it's a waste of time. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places. Depends on what it is. I would say usually no. I don't like being in a busy, like, loud atmosphere. You know at first glance how someone is feeling. Sometimes, but not really. I kind of have to start just talking to the person and seeing how they respond, so I would say no. You often feel overwhelmed. If I feel overwhelmed, it's pretty much because I do it to myself, so I would say neutral, because I can, but it's not often. You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps. I would say agree. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. I'm not really intrigued, no. You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. If it was something I really wanted, I might have to take it. Sorry, man. Editing Carrie here, so obviously I was not thinking about that answer because I meant to put disagree and I put agree. So that's probably what threw this quiz off and got me an answer that I don't normally get, which you'll see at the end, but yeah. That was my bad on that part. I meant to disagree and I just realized that now, so small brain. Small brain. If it's something I really want, I'm gonna take it because you never know when that opportunity may come again, if it will. So I would rather I take it if I wanted it. You struggle with deadlines. No, I think deadlines help me. Like, it's just sort of a pressure that helps me continue and finish. So no, I wouldn't say I struggle with deadlines. You feel confident that things will work out for you. Yeah, I do. Your gender. What does gender have to do with it? I mean, I'll put my gender, but... Oh! I got a different one this time. This one's a little bit different. Okay. Interesting. I'm more judging than prospecting. More assertive than turbulent. More feeling than thinking. More observant than intuitive, and more introverted than extroverted. Well, I knew about that one. Defender. I don't think I've ever gotten this one. This is interesting. And seriously, I have not. Okay, interesting. What's my strengths and weaknesses? My strengths: supportive, reliable, observant, enthusiastic, hardworking, good practical skills. I'd say all those are pretty much true. I'm overly humble. So concerned with other people's feelings that they may refuse to make their thoughts known or to take any duly earned credit for their contributions, and they often downplay their efforts entirely when they think that they could have done some minor aspect of a task better. I guess so. Sometimes I can be kind of hard on myself, and I guess taking things personally. Although they might try to hide it, people with this personality type are deeply sensitive to others' opinions, and they can be thrown off balance if someone doesn't appreciate, approve of, or agree with them. When they encounter criticism or disagreement, even if it's well-intentioned, defenders may feel as if they're experiencing a personal attack. I'd say I don't really... Like, if somebody's criticizing me, I don't take that personally. As long as they're being realistic and not just being mean. So I don't care. Criticism I can take, and I don't feel personal about it. Disagreement, same thing. If someone disagrees with me, it's just like, okay, then we can agree to disagree, you know? So I don't feel personally attacked unless someone is just straight up like being mean, you know? Repressing their feelings. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's me. Overcommitted. Defenders' dutifulness can create situations where they are overwhelmed but unwilling to relax their standards or ask for help. As a result, defender personalities may suffer silently, trying to do everything themselves, even when it's simply impossible. I think as I've gotten older, I've gotten better about that. Asking for help and just relaxing and not trying to overwhelm myself. I've learned, you know, when I get overwhelmed, like, I just need to slow my roll. So, yeah, I don't feel like that's too much of an issue for me anymore. Reluctant to change are among the personality types that struggle the most with change. See, that's not true. I feel like I might have done something in this quiz that threw it off a little bit. But it says, breaking with tradition isn't easy for defenders who place great value on history and precedent, even when change is necessary, till the situation reaches a breaking point before altering course. 2, altruistic. Defenders' giving, generous nature can leave them vulnerable to being taken advantage of by others. Well, yeah. It can be hard for people with this personality type to rock the boat and stand up to someone who isn't pulling their own weight. It can be hard, but I don't find an issue with doing that anymore. So this just sounds like older me, like, not older me, but younger me, I should say, where I've kind of grown out of this stuff. I'm less, I don't feel as personally attacked. I try to not let others take advantage of me and notice when that's happening, and I call it out, and I really don't let that stuff happen anymore. Reluctant to change, no. God, no. I like change, and I think change is a good thing for people. It gets them out of their comfort zone. So while it can suck at first, I'm all for it. So yeah. But repressing feelings, that's still something that I struggle with, but I'm doing better. And overly humble, I can be like that, but I've gotten better. I think some of it was true, some of it was, yeah, a little off. If you feel understood right now, it's because you are. So this is interesting. I think some of this is part of me, but not really. Here, I'll show you guys what I've gotten before. If I can find it. Here we go. So the diplomats was what I was a part of. The 3 out of 4 times that I've taken this quiz, I've gotten this one, which is advocate, which is INFJA/INFJT. The one time before I got mediator, INFPA, INFPT, and yeah, but I feel like I'm mostly, that's a new one. I feel like I'm mostly an advocate. I don't feel like I'm a defender, but I think part of me is that. I mean, some of it did resonate, but I'm mostly an advocate. Yeah, it says on this one, I'm kind-hearted, creative, and incredibly rare, which I don't even know if that's true or not, but I do believe the kind-hearted and creative are true. I think the defender is sort of missing that creativity. That's why I feel more closely related to an advocate. Because I feel like they still do have those same aspects as a defender, but it's just missing that creativity aspect of it. And that, as I've grown older, I definitely have learned to sort of get over all of that stuff that the defender has issues with. I feel like I maybe could have used to be a defender, but I'm more of an advocate now, so yeah. That's my personality type. That was interesting. Didn't expect to get that. Yeah, I thought this was fun, and just interesting to see how I got a different result this time around. I think that's funny. Alright guys, well that was it. I hope you enjoyed seeing what my results were, and hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. See ya!